Hey, this is Colt with Absolute Roofing. This is the second part video to help you understand the insurance breakdowns and summaries. There's a lot of numbers when it comes to this, and we just want to make sure that you understand so you have no surprises at the end with no additional money out of your pocket. This first page you're going to want to look at is the summary for your entire claim. This will have the total number that the insurance is willing to pay out on this claim for all the items that it's incurred. You could have just a roof, you could have gutters and gutter guards, you could have siding in there. Some of them are very complicated with a lot of breakdown, and some of them are just simply the roof. For this one, you have a total replacement cost value of $20,820.22. This is the amount the insurance is willing to pay up to for all of those items that were damaged or that they're willing to cover. You have some other items in here, such as depreciation. Depreciation means how old all of these items are in your roof. So say you have a 30-year shingle. If the roof is 15 years old right now, it's depreciated 50%. So they will go ahead and depreciate that, and you won't get that money up front, but you can recover it at the end. So when they take that depreciation out, you will incur a first check from them once they pay on this claim for the replacement cost value minus your depreciation. And you'll see that here. We talked about the replacement cost value of this $20,800. The depreciation on this roof is $6,825.62. So if you minus that off your $20,000, their actual cash value, what all of the property is worth right now with the damage, is $13,994.60. So that is your first payment that you will get from insurance once they come out. They do subtract your dreaded deductible on this. In this case, their deductible is $1,000. So the first payment that you'll get from insurance is $12,994.60. Like I said, though, your depreciation is recoverable if it's incurred. So for an instance, if our estimate is $19,000, you will have already gotten $12,994 from insurance, but they will then release up to $6,825 additionally to cover our estimate or invoice of $19,000. However, they still won't give you all of these $6,825 if our invoice is only for the $19,000. The only way to recover all of your depreciation is if the invoice matches the replacement cost value or is greater than. This is a pay up to amount, so you will only get it if your invoice matches that. If it's anything lower, they will subtract that amount from your depreciation and only pay up to that. In other words, you won't get to keep that extra money and pocket it if our estimate is lower than their total replacement cost value. So like I said, if the replacement cost value is $20,800, if our estimate's only $19,000, you won't get to pocket another $1,800. That's just not the way that they pay out on these. So let's talk about where all of those numbers came from. This is the actual breakdown showing line item by line item, the stuff that insurance is paying for you to replace due to damage. In this case, you're looking at 2 through 13, which is the entire roof. You'll see here they have all the measurements of the roof and a breakdown of everything that's included on that roof. I'll help you understand what these items are really quick. You have a tear off of all the old shingles to get back down to decking. They include a dumpster load, which is basically hauling off all the debris. There's roofing felt that goes on underneath the shingles. Drip edge, which is a 2-inch little metal piece that connects the roof all together. You have your shingle line right here that says laminated composite shingle. If your roof is steep, anything greater than a 712, insurance pays additional money because of the difficulty and labor to do those types of roof. You have hip and ridge cap shingles. You have flashings on your pipes, your PVC pipes, the white things you see that come out of your roof. And this one they paid for a rain cap, which is usually an aluminum heat stack cap that gets damaged because it's soft metal. You have a satellite dish. A lot of people have those on their roofs, and we have to remove those and put them back. And then you have a roof vent, which is those usually most people have either a ridge vent or the square turtle looking box fence. So when you're looking at these, they give you quantities of how much of each. So in this case, this roof is 48.52 square. The cost per square of this to do is 39.24. You can see right here. So total, if you add those together, the recoverable cost for that is $1,903.92. They have depreciated 33% of it, which is $628.29. So the actual cash value of just this line item itself is $1,275.63. So with All that said, the gutters and the roof portion, if you add all this RCV line together, you get that number we were talking about in the summary, which is $20,820.22. Again, that is an up to amount that they are willing to pay to. However, if the invoice is lower, then they will only pay that invoice amount. Here's your depreciation that they're willing to pay up to, and this is your actual cash value, the check that you would have gotten at the beginning of the claim process. It is important to understand that the replacement cost value is the maximum amount that insurance is willing to pay for all of these items. So on this claim, the $20,820.22 is the max amount that insurance will pay. So if you have an estimate for $23,000, they're not going to pay up to $23,000. They'll only pay up to this replacement cost value, which means that that additional money to cover that $23,000 will be out of pocket for you. When it comes to additional items such as gutters, siding, gutter guards, things like that, sometimes those can be partial. Normally, when they pay for a roof, insurance pays for a roof. It will be the entire roof. They don't partial roof, pay for certain slopes, things like that. It will cover the entire roof. However, gutters, they could pay for all the gutters. They could pay for gutters with no downspouts. They could pay for downspouts, no gutters, things like that. So it's very important to look at the quantities on all the additional items besides the roof to make sure you understand what exactly they're paying for and what they're not. This one is very easy to understand because it says here just 10 linear feet of gutters, and it explains it right here as one hail damaged downspout. So on this property, there's only one downspout that's been damaged by hail, and that's the only thing that they're going to pay on for this claim. So that should wrap up the information here. Hopefully this helped you understand all the numbers that go down into this insurance summary. We just want to explain this to you because it's very important that you understand the numbers and how they work and how we got there with them, so you don't have any surprises at the end, no more additional money out of pocket that you weren't expecting, and you get the best roof possible. So it's best not to cheap out on something like this if insurance is willing to pay for it. You just want to make sure you fall within the means of their money. If you have any questions regarding your insurance breakdowns, please feel free to reach out to the office or your estimator so we can help answer those questions for you. Thank you all.